The UK just crossed the line, not with tanks, with tweets. A comedian lands at Heathrow. 5 armed police officers are waiting. He's escorted off the plane and arrested for posts. Not knives, not fraud, words. Welcome back to Charlie's Survival. Tonight I'll show you what the Online Safety Act actually does, why people are being arrested over posts, and most importantly, how to survive online in a country where the wrong words can kick down your door. We'll build a UK legal comms plan for blackouts, civil unrest, floods, and we'll talk about what you shouldn't do if you want to stay free, informed, and connected. This video isn't about left or right, it's about survival of your voice, your community, and your ability to coordinate in an emergency. In a minute, I'll give you 7 words that can keep you out of a cell and keep your message heard when it matters. Stay with me. Later, we'll build a 3-layer comm stack that's legal in the UK, works without internet, and you can scale from your street to your county. I'm not a lawyer. This video is not legal advice. It's educational for normal people who want to stay safe and connected. I'll link official sources in the description. What the Online Safety Act actually does. First, what the Online Safety Act says on the tin. The Act pits duties of care on platforms, user-to-user services, search engines, and some pornographic content services to manage illegal content and protect children. Ofcom is the regulator. There are codes of practice, risk assessments, and fines up to 10% of global turnover for platforms that fail to comply. The Act also introduced new criminal offences that kicked in on 31st of January 2024. Encouraging or assisting serious self-harm, cyber flashing, sending false information intended to cause non-trivial harm, threatening communications, intimate image abuse, epilepsy trolling, sending flashing images to cause harm. Ofcom's enforcement rolled out in phases, risk assessment guidance in late 2024, illegal harms codes and disclosure deadlines landed through 2025. If you run a platform or publish user content, you're already feeling it. Now, a key point almost everyone misses. The Act targets platforms and some behaviours, but arrests for speech in the UK have also come under older laws, like the Public Order Act, stirring up radical hatred, and some previous comms offences now reformed in part by the Act. Understanding that overlap explains why some posts blow up your life, even when a platform leaves them up. The cases everyone talks about. Case 1, Graham Linehan. The Father Ted creator says 5 armed police officers arrested him at Heathrow over 3 tweets about trans issues. He was detained, questioned, and bailed, with conditions restricting him posting on X. The Met confirmed an arrest on suspicion of inciting violence related to online posts. Whatever you think of his views, the headline itself is chilling. Armed police, tweets, handcuffs. Case 2, Lucy Connolly. A childminder from Northampton pleaded guilty and was jailed for stirring up radical hatred after a post in the wake of the Southport killings. She called for burning hotels housing asylum seekers. She received a 31-month sentence, later released after serving her custodial portion and time on remand, with the case drawing international attention and political fire. Again, whatever your politics, the takeaway is stark. A post can take away your freedom, especially if it advocates violence. 2 things can be true at once. Incitement to violence is illegal and can carry serious prison time. The scope of what's getting investigated and how it's policed is expanding fast. The Online Safety Act's offences and Ofcom regime sits on top of an older legal landscape that already caught people for posts. Now the net is tighter. The survival problem. In a disaster, speech is survival. People don't coordinate without words. A flood hits your town, you criticise the response, urge neighbours to move gear to higher ground, and share rumours of a breached levee. If your message is wrong and you cause panic, are you now at risk under false communications law? Maybe, if prosecutors believe you intended non-trivial harm. If your post encourages violence, that's even riskier. During unrest, you call friends to protect a community centre. A heated post says, "Go get them." If a court reads that as incitement, your words become evidence. This is why the psychology of posting matters, why emotions spike. Fear, anger, disgust. We type before we think. In the new Britain, those 20 seconds decide whether you help your neighbours or you hand your phone to an officer. In 2 minutes, I'll give you a pre-post checklist that keeps you loud and lawful. Let's make this simple. In the UK, these areas are legal tripwires for posts, violence and threats. Any call to harm a person or group or to damage property is a red line. That includes go smash, burn, drive them out, etc. Public Order Act offences threatening communications under Online Safety Act. False communications with intent to cause non-trivial harm. If you know something is false and post it to cause fear, panic or real-world harm, you can be charged. The intent piece is key, but screenshots of your DMs, your past posts and your tone can be used to prove it. Stirring up hatred. Posts that are threatening, abusive or insulting and intend to stir up racial hatred and in some context, religious or sexual orientation hatred can bring heavy sentencing. This predates the Online Safety Act and is how Lucy Connolly was sentenced. Platform duties. Platform duties now face tighter obligations. That means faster removals, automated filters and more report to police escalations. Your post may vanish and still be evidence. So, what can you say? A lot. You can criticise policy, question competence, and organise lawful aid. You can share official updates, ask for help. The line is crossed when you intend harm, invite violence, or manufacture panic. The 7-word test. Here's the 7 words I promised. Would I say this to a judge? Calmly. If the answer is no, don't post it. If the answer is maybe, rewrite it into facts, requests, or lawful plans. If the answer is yes, hit publish and save proof. Source links, timestamps, screenshots of official guidance. Your 3-layer UK comm stack. You don't need to vanish, you need resilience. Build 3 layers. Layer 1, the net, while it works. Signal or WhatsApp groups for family and neighbours. Stick to verified info and lawful plans. Matrix/elements for community rooms you control. Self-hosted if you're technical. Email lists for critical updates because email survives platform bans. Golden rule. One person posts the facts with sources, others post needs and offers, water, lifts, generators. Keep the channels calm. Layer 2, the near net, local, low power, legal. PMR 446 walkie-talkies, unlicensed, short range. Set call signs, agree channels, practice quick, calm comms. 27 MHz CB, UK FM for a bit more reach, still license free in the UK. Amateur ham radio for range and resilience, requires a license in the UK. Consider joining Raynet to learn emergency protocols. Operate legally, do not use radio to commit or facilitate crime. If you want to see exactly which radios, torches and backup gear I trust, I've linked it on my Charlie Survival Amazon kit list in the description. It's UK legal, affordable and stuff I actually use and test. Layer 3, off net when everything fails. Printed phone trees, names, addresses, skills, physical notice points, a board at the village shop or church. Runner system, assign 2 fit people to carry messages if roads are blocked. Analog backup, torches, whistles, paper maps, laminated checklists. This stack makes you hard to silence without breaking UK law. Use layer 1 for speed, layer 2 for local robustness, layer 3 for last resort coordination. How to post in a crisis. Use PACE for messages that matter. P, proof. Link to an official source, photo or timestamped video. If it's a rumour, label it as clearly unverified. A, aim. State the goal. Move cars to high ground by 8 PM. C, calm. Strip insults, threats and emotional spikes. E, ethics. Ask yourself, if everyone copied this, would harm increase or decrease? Examples, don't. The council are lying, the dam's failing, grab bats and sort them out. Do. Water level at the weir is 1.8 metres and rising. Move vehicles above the B326. Volunteers meet at the Scout Hut at 19:30. Bring buckets, torches and ID. If you get something wrong, correct it fast, pin the correction, delete the wrong post with a replacement that says exactly what changed. If the police contact you, measured, non-confrontational. If officers contact you about a post, stay calm and polite. Do not argue your case on the doorstep or on the phone. Ask which post, which law, and whether you're under arrest or being interviewed voluntarily. You have the right to legal advice. Use it. Do not delete evidence once you know an investigation exists. Bail conditions can include not posting on certain platforms like Gray and Lincoln got banned from X. Breaching them is a separate offence. Remember, it's possible to cooperate and still defend your rights. Your goal is clarity, not combat. Mental game, how not to self-sabotage. Anger is a short-term high that creates long-term evidence. Breathe for 10 seconds, draft your message offline, delay 60 seconds. Reread with the judge test. Post only what serves your community. We live in a time where screenshots are forever. Type like your future will read it, because it will. Myths versus reality. The Online Safety Act bans criticism. It doesn't ban criticism per se, it adds offences around threats, false communications intended to harm, and specific harms. It also pushes platforms to police content more aggressively. Old laws on stirring up hatred still apply. That's why two people can post similar criticism, one is fine and one ends up charged, because intent, wording and context matter. If it's deleted, I'm safe. Deletion doesn't erase evidence. Platforms hold logs. People take screenshots. If I'm right, I'm safe. Being correct isn't a defense if your message incites violence or breaks other laws. Building your neighborhood network. Here's how to future-proof your streets without becoming that guy. Monthly check-in at the pub or church or village hall. Keep it practical. Flood points, elder care, generator map. Shared phone list with roles, medical, Sparky, mechanic, radio op. PMR 446 drill once quarterly. Test range, battery swaps, cool discipline. Body pairs for vulnerable households. One-page plan on every fridge. Local rally points, 24-hour supplies, who has what kit. This is boring until it isn't. That's the difference between panic and purpose. What to do today. Audit your last 20 posts. Would you say each one to a judge calmly? Create a family signal group with a pinned paste message format. Buy 2 pairs of PMR 446 headsets, label them, test weekly. Print a phone tree and a 1-page local plan. Write your personal posting rule. No threats, no dehumanizing, no rumors without labels. Bookmark official sources you'll rely on in a crisis. Met Office, Environmental Agency, Local Council, NHS. Practice a 60-second post delay before hitting publish. The dark scenario. Picture this. Cornwall, it's raining hard. Power flickers, the river is up. Your feed says the dam's collapsed, run. Another says it's fine, conspiracy. Your neighbour Jane is 72 and alone. Do you wait for the truth or act on the best information? You open Signal, you type water at the weir plus 0.6 meters since 6 p.m. plus a photo. Move cars to higher grounds behind the church now. Check on your nearest neighbours. If you need help, reply help plus address. You hit send, calm, clear, lawful. That's how speech becomes survival. The cost of silence. Some people think the answer is to stop talking, but in a free country, silence is not safety, it's the absence of help. If we can't warn each other, we can't save and protect each other. The Online Safety Act is here. Ofcom powers are rolling. Prosecutions for posts existed before, and now there are new offences on top. Know the lines, build your comms, speak lawfully and bravely. If they can silence comedians, they can silence you, but we can build networks that don't break. If you found this useful, share it with your street signal group, your parish group, your mates at the gym. If you need a shortcut, my Amazon kit list is in the description. UK friendly gear I've tested and recommend. Tell me in the comments which comms layer you're setting up first. Let's keep this discussion alive. Watch this video next about why the UK is preparing for mass bodies, and remember, stay secure, stay free, stay wild.